Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everybody. Welcome to Speed Gaming Live. My name is Catnip Bumblefarts. I am here with my co-coms, Hangry Canuck. Hangry, how you doing tonight?
Same as usual.
Excellent.
Just here to watch some action and maybe say a word or two about it.
Yeah, should be an interesting time. These flag sets have been pretty fun to watch. So what is going on tonight? So we have a 4 forced party with a knight, ninja, black wizard, white wizard. And we have some interesting blur scenes going on with this flag set. So each character will start with a key item. And also a blur scene included with that. And we are working on getting those blur scenes to you. I.e., I am clicking buttons to figure that out. But as we figure that out, so we have 4 forced, and each of our characters comes promoted and already at level 10. So that'll be nice to see. And yeah, they can pick up characters along the way to replace the characters that they have currently. And those will also come with key items. And yeah, so far what I've seen from this this tournament is black belt is the way to go. So we could very well expect to see some of the characters say goodbye. Oh, and Fabian Hawk in chat. Thank you for that. So, real quick, before the runners start going off, our fighter / knight will come with the TNT with plus 20 hit percent. The ninja will come with the chime with improved cat claw bonus as well. Black belt that we don't see yet, but probably will, comes with a cube and buff magic. Red mage that we do not see yet, but who knows, comes with the adamant and plus 2 level 1 MP. White mage will come with the Oxyale and with buff magic, and the black mage will come with the ruby and with nuke magic. So having that early sweeper is going to be really, really nice. So that means our runners start with the TNT. And good, the tracker is working, wonderful.
TNT, Chime, Oxyale, and Ruby. That's going to open up a little bit right off the start.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll give them some options of where to go right off the bat. And looks like we are off. So Chanigan wasting no time heading up to Temple of Fiends to say hello to Garland. Button.
The good old speed bump still around, I see.
Yep, and we've got level 1 warp and level 1 lit 3, which the lit 3 is a little redundant just because we start out with that nuke. And blink and you miss it, and there went Garland. And we pick up the bottle. And I didn't see what the king gave us. But I'm sure we'll find out very soon. As Odraun is also running up to the Temple of Fiends to take out their Garland. I did see harm 3 at level 1 white magic. That's nice to see with our improved harm spell. That won't just hurt the... Oh, and chat pointing out the rod. Excellent, thank you.
Ooh, Sunsword. There's an early pickup for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Something to swing early.
Some work, but I guess... Yeah, but with an early nuke, you don't really need anything to swing. Nuke's going to put in work hardcore.
Yeah, and we do see that the Oxyale is for sale in Cronaria. And we already have that, so don't need that. Alright, and the rod and the bottle have been obtained for Odraun, and looks like Chanigan. Go ahead.
Gold on that, at least.
Absolutely.
Looks like from the start, all these items that these seeds should be pretty quick.
Yeah, they're kind of deceptive though, because we do have shuffled scripts, so some of these early packs can be really annoying. Wolves being one of the ones that comes to mind, and we're getting the crown from Vicky, so that'll be a nice early turn in as well. We'll have access to the Northwest Castle to turn that in and see what Astos is hiding. And we do have the ship in, looks like Corneria locked. Okay, so we need to find that key. Level 2 white magic had Cure 3, that's somewhat notable. Meanwhile, Odraun is giving the pirates the business with that Harm 3 spell. Having improved Harm does damage just not to the undead, but to anybody that it hits, which is nice. Fire 3, Lock 2, Quad X, and Level 2 Black Magic. So we've got some sweepers. And Chanigan just outside of Dwarf Cave. Going to be turning into that TNT, and there's a couple of boxes in there to check early. And now we are probably looking for that black belt at some point, and it looks like it is not hanging out with Narek. But for the adamant turn-in, looks like we got the crystal. So Chanigan continuing south to take out Astos, and Astos has the key. Okay. We might be seeing a jet seed. And Chanigan making short work of Astos, getting the key, heading back up. Probably going to stop by dwarves and maybe check out their... maybe not, just kidding. Heading right back up to Matoya. And Odraun found that katana there. I didn't see Chanigan pick that up. I'm assuming that he did. And Chanigan heading into Corneria Locked. Heal stick. Money, house, and the ship. That we got that hint from the hint giver. So that's some easy travel through the inner sea. We'll probably head down towards Elfland at some point after we check in with Matoya to see what she's got.
Well, they're basically got most of the stuff they need for go mode now.
Yeah, it's been...
I think we're just missing the loot at this point in time.
And the canal from Matoya. Okay, that's access to the outer sea. Yeah, at this point, key item-wise, you're right. The loot is still withstanding. We're still going to need that cube. So we'll see where that ends up.
Yeah, but with that cube, they're both grabbing a black belt at some point in time, so they know their cube is free right now. They don't really have to look for it.
That's true. All you gotta do is
once they find their black belt.
Yeah.
There's your cube, and then once you find the loot, let's go beat up some fiends and head for chaos.
Now, if I'm remembering correctly, they start out with the tail. And that is notable because the characters that we pick up along the way will not be promoted unless you've already turned that tail into Bahamut.
That's kind of good for your black belt.
Yes. So the one of the interesting things about this flag set. Got the ship. Excellent.
Ooh, there's our boat. Row your boat.
Yeah. One of the
They had the
interesting
airship.
things. Yeah. With this flag set, the black belt, instead of having 4 MDef as a black belt per level and 1 as a master, it's been switched around so that the black belt gets 3 MDef per level and 4 as a master. So grinding as a master, you are going to get more MDef.
Shows you how long it's been since I've been around. Oh, the power gauntlet.
Yeah, that's nice to see.
With a fighter, the power gauntlet, you find a good weapon like the Excalibur or the Mazza, you almost don't need a black belt for this seed because the fighter could probably handle it just as well.
That is kind of the great debate that's been going on with this flag set.
I mean, everything is. But the difference is for the fighter and the black belt. For the black belt, you can probably just get it fast.
Yeah. Another thing that going with a fighter melee leading party, you're also now looking for a little bit more gear. Whereas with that master, you're not worried about picking anything up. So having all of these key items so fast kind of lean into that black belt.
You're looking for yeah, because you want at least.
Hangry, I think I'm losing you. Hopefully that this will just be a lag.
The internet's. I'm in a hotel, so the internet's not exactly great.
Gotcha. We make do. Pardon me. We make do with what we got. I do appreciate you joining in tonight. This is. I remember seeing you run. Probably when I started watching Final Fantasy Randomizer. So it's nice to see your name amongst the humans. Also, chat, just to point out, if you see that I miss anything on the tracker, please feel free to yell it out into the chat room. I will hit as many buttons as fast as possible. All right, so Chanigan pulling up. Yeah. All right, Chanigan taking out that vampire and getting the ruby. Now the ruby they already had, so that's kind of a womp. But they do have the rod, so they're going to go ahead and dive down and check out Lich and say hello. Our XP and... I'm sorry?
The big purple carpet.
Yeah. Yep. So the fiends have a chance of rolling high. All things have a chance of rolling high. We have our enemy stats set at 100-200%.
Oh, a rappings with crack.
Oof. Yeah. You don't like to see that. Don't like to see that. Chanigan is...
Those spiders
are
everywhere.
Yeah, opting... You know what? We'll come back later. Maybe after we find a ribbon or two. So... Ike pointing out that was the second time that they got knocked out of Earth. That hurts. But I can understand, you know what? You tried it twice. Let's go find some stuff and then come back in a bit.
Yeah, Earth's pretty quick anyway. If you're not looking for anything, it's pretty much only a 2 or 3 minute dive.
Absolutely. And I like this play going over
Then
to
if you got
Preston.
new glitches.
Absolutely. It was interesting to see that nobody decided to dive Marsh, because there is an incentive item in there. But odds are, at this point, you may have already picked it up. So, don't really need to go diving for it. Temper at level 6. That's the only one I really saw. And we have...
No, it's Marsh Cave. Most smart runners will fade that till the very end.
All right, and both of our runners have just picked up the Masa +2. And that is immediately getting equipped.
Oh, Daddy's home. Don't matter if you meet a black belt now. You might want them just for the cube. Make it easy on yourself.
True. I did see a race the other night where that was a thing. So, yeah, the key items in this flag set coming along with the characters really makes the logic interesting. The game would still operate effectively. So, like, you could, if you didn't get any key items from the characters, the logic would still work. Which also allows for, oh, I already have this. Oh, I already have this. So, and looks like both runners are now in on-rack. Gonna check this hint giver. The princess has the bottle. We already got that, so we don't have to worry about it. And we are diving into C. And wasting very little time. Both runners running down to the mermaid side. Gonna pick up find out what the key item is there. And we'll see what they do after they pick up the key item. I don't know if I would feel confident in trying to take Kraken here right now. That Masa +2 is nice, but Kraken hits hard.
With the Masa, all things are possible in life.
We could hope for 4 turns of turn order. Odraun picking up that herb, which we did not have yet. So that is an additional turn in that might turn into something, but it also might not. And Chanigan also getting their herb. And Ikir calling out for Brackstrat.
Runner's just looking for like a ribbon now.
Absolutely. Definitely looking for... I believe there's one incentivized ribbon and there are 2 loose ribbons, if I'm remembering correctly. Anybody feel free to correct me on any of the nonsense that we're talking. But yeah, 15 minutes in and we're already in Sea Shrine, and looks like Chanigan is going to be taking a play at Kraken. Having that level 1 Brack. Okay.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to take a crack at it. It's not a very long walk anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, and we will get some information on what some of these different packs have. So
get last round Brack, who knows?
All right. Yeah, Phoenix, they're definitely holding their hands down on their way to see Kraken. And finding a mage stick and some money. Chanigan not worried about checking boxes. Just fading all of these quick checks. Not checking spike tiles here. So, yeah, he's Chanigan is on a mission, and going up against Odraun, I don't blame them. These runners are currently in the 3rd round on the lower side bracket, if I'm correct. So they've been through the steps here. So this run could be anyone's game. It's tough to pick any favorites. So meanwhile, Chanigan going up against Kraken, and first turn Brack. There goes the Kraken and lighting that water orb. And it's important to note, Hangry, that with each orb that's lit, our parties get plus 50% XP and gold, which can really bring that black belt grind much faster. So it is interesting to see that Chanigan is sailing past Bahamut.
Oh, yeah, you got a 4 orb.
Yeah, that
Do we have
that
the
XP
dock
boost
Bahamut?
is. We do have the dock to Bahamut on. Now, an interesting thing about Bahamut, though, we do not have a safe Bahamut. And there is the floater. And picking up, I did not see what character that was. So Chanigan picked up a new recruit.
No, that's gonna
And that is the black belt.
change a world of things.
Yeah, okay. So this seed just got even faster. Because we have the dock to the Ryukon Desert on. So we can pick up that airship real quick. So yeah, we're about to be flying real quick. Clementitus throwing out there the idea of a zombie dragon grind. Yeah, I feel like that's viable. And Odraun took out.
It seems to me, though, in this flag set, it'd be safer to grind after 3 orbs, not 1.
Yeah. That tends to be the route that I've noticed people going towards. All right, and we are in
The only thing they're missing now is the loot.
Yeah, and having that airship, Chanigan going straight to Volcano, no longer needing that canoe. Now, one thing to consider, without having that canoe, Ordeals is off the table, and Waterfall is off the table. So, if that loot ends up in either of those places, they're going to need to track down.
Don't they have the canoe?
I don't know. Let's get on our tracker for that. No. Fabian pointing out in chat that they do not. Denduriat, yeah, it's tough to come away from this with somebody is winning. Because it's randomized and both of these runners are just running location to location. They are both flying through this real fast. And our fairy gives us... Was that the adamant?
The slab.
Slab. All right. Got it. Okay, so Chanigan checking the red D tile, find some gargoyles, gonna check this chest and get an incentive item. Odraun also in Volcano, checking some trap tiles and Chanigan finding the canoe. All right. So now,
there's
if
our
we
canoe.
needed to go to waterfall, we're good. And if we needed
Water
fields, we're
open.
Yep. The whole world is at our fingertip. Chanigan gonna go say hi to Carrie.
All you needed.
All right. Looks like okay, Carrie, not being nice. We've got a fast, we've got a nuke, we've got a swing. And we're gonna come out with a quad X. And there goes Carrie.
Very smart move there by Chanigan.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're already here. You're in the area because you just got the airship anyway. Might as well knock it out and get that orb lit for that extra XP. Now, one thing to note that as Chanigan has that black belt as a black belt, it is now just getting that 3 MDef per level. If they had gone to Bahamut first before getting that black belt, it would have gotten the 4 MDef per level when you pick it up. So it's a thing. All right, Chanigan getting their slab from the ferry. And gonna go take a look at Sky. And let's see.
No reason not to. You got all the tools.
Odraun has the cube. All right.
I see Odraun didn't take a black belt though.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's what I did wrong. There we go.
Might be relying on Nasa.
Yeah, it confuses me because the black belt has that cube. But maybe they're banking on picking it up along the way. But they also know where the black belt is. So if they get to a point in this run where they're like, okay, I'm done searching for this thing. If it's a choice between going through ordeals or going up to waterfall or picking up that black belt, maybe they'll pick up the black belt just to get going. Phoenix pointing out that they're picking up a lot of chests to justify going for that black belt. And I would agree. Whenever
those nightmares are dirty.
Ooh, gross. Gross. All right, Odraun getting their canoe.
Not sure if they had jetpack or if they just did enough to kill him.
Yeah, I'm not sure. All right, Chanigan finding the Sphinx on the spike tile in Mirage. That heads up to Sky. And Odraun taking on Carry 1. And Carry 1 saying, ha, guess what, I can hit too, and takes out that black mage. And Chanigan fighting an eye in Sky. You gotta love it. Good amount of XP there. And runs into a couple of nightmares. Oof. Okay, so we know that the nightmares have sleep touch. Oh wow.
This is about a wipe last time.
Yeah. Alright, and blink and you miss it. I'm assuming that Odraun took out Carrie. Alright.
He's gonna have a rough time with this.
Alright, so Odraun is in the Hall of Giants taking on some zombie Ds. Gonna get some levels for that fighter while the rest of the party is down to really funnel that XP onto that knight. How high they take it, I mean, you're really relying on equipment, and not so much the just the raw power of the stats. So Fabian pointing out that there's an eye in Northwest Castle. That's good to know. I'm assuming that Odraun does not know that. So Ike here pointing out that Odraun might be leveling up that fighter to swap it out for the black belt. Yeah, that's very well possible. As long as he promotes first with the tail to Bahamut, he will get that MDef grip. So, Chanigan heading down to Lafayne. Gonna turn in that slab, find out what we get there, and looks like there might be a character as well there that they could pick up, but I don't. Oh, and we get a Womp. We find the chime, and we already have that, so we don't need it. So moving on. All right. So Odraun doing some grinding. Chanigan probably. Yep, they're making a play to Ordeals. Murmur
Ordeals got a
out
grind tile too, so.
Yeah. All right. Murmur in chat pointing out that the loot in ice would be hilarious. I mean, it's in the logic, so. All right, and we are on our pillar maze, and let's see what. And we're gonna check the link chest. I like this. You might be able to skip the entire pillar maze by finding not that. Okay, so get your guesses out in chat for which pillar is it going to be, 1, 2, 3, or 4. I am personally hoping for a pillar 2. And it's not pillar 1. Oh well, and there we go. Chanigan is through. Oh, right. Okay, so Fabian pointing out that that chest cannot have the key item, but he was they were checking a spike tile there. So, and Odraun continuing their grind, getting that knight to a healthy level. Right. Chanigan making their way to the key item in Ordeals. See what we get. And it's the cube. Well, they already had the cube. But now we know that Odraun, if they do not pick up that black belt, has to make an Ordeals play. And one thing that I've noticed is Ordeals tends to get maybe not faded as much as Marsh does, but it's not high on the priority list of where these runners have been going to. All right, and looks like Hangry Canuck is bowing out for the evening. Thank you for joining in, Hangry. I appreciate it. All right, so we've got Chanigan. They are heading to Waterfall. See what the robots got. And Odraun is making the ice dive. Okay. Let's see what we run into. Let's see. And Chanigan coming up to where the robot has been hanging out. finds a Ghastly. Gonna take that, get some experience. Odraun continuing their dive into ice, finding a annoying part of the encounter table. And dropping down and warping back up to get the loot. Well, that was very much needed. And the ribbon comes from the robot. Okay. You want to see the Reuben. The Reuben. Who wants to see a Reuben? Yeah, Murmur called it loot and ice. So that ice dive needed. So the longer that it takes for Chanigan to get there, the longer he will not have that loot. I imagine that the spots to check are starting to run a bit low. But Chanigan coming back to Earth, gonna go say hi to Lich. And hopefully this dive goes a bit easier. Alright, so Odraun is going to check out Lefane. Gonna turn in that slab that they definitely translated that I did not click the button. Chanigan, I believe, just avoided some of those arachnids that have crack, so good. And Odraun pulling up to Lefane. Phoenix pointing out that Chanigan, yes, still does need to grind that black belt up. Odraun getting the chime, but they already had it. They might be going to check the superstore here that has... never mind. Warping back out. Or resetting out. Knows that they don't need it. So... And they are going to Ordeals. They are going to get that cube. Yeah, and that would be item go mode, I believe. And they spent some time beefing up that night. So we might be seeing just some quick dives after this. Chanigan hopping that plate with that rod, making their way down. Say hello to Lich. And meanwhile, Odraun is continuing to navigate the pillar maze in Ordeals. And yeah, Murmur saying it'd be nice to see someone not go black belt. Absolutely. Growing up playing this game, canonically in my head, it was always a knight, red mage, white mage, black mage for me. So in my mind, the correct play is always fighter knight. However, watching some of these races, seeing the black belts do what they do, makes you reconsider it a little bit sometimes. So, or makes me reconsider it. All right. Meanwhile, looks like Chanigan is going to dive Marsh. Should be a quick dive. We know exactly where the incentive item is. We grab it, and we head out. So, and we have warp, so shouldn't be that much of an issue. Odraun checking boxes in Ordeals. Getting some XP boxes. That's nice to see. And a lot of gold. And some more XP. And getting their cube. So, now both runners are kind of in that item go mode. Adamant and Marsh, Womp, don't need it. Probably turns into the defense sword if I remember that. I haven't seen that tonight yet. So, yeah, Phoenix saying that probably going to have a 5-minute lead or so going into Topher with that night lead. Defense was Sky. Okay. I don't think Chanigan got through Sky. I don't remember seeing that orb lit. We'll have to check when they menu again. But I could be wrong, but I'm not sure. Oh, mages with cremate. Ugh. And a 4-pack. That's just gonna more than tickle and take damage. So, time. And Murmur pointed out no warp. Okay. So they were just checking the incentive at that point. Alright, Odraun found something that has a stone ability. I guess it was those Cerberus. And making their way into Sky. Chanigan gonna check this spike tile. See if there's anything juicy here. Zombies, nope. That's gonna be a hard pass. Odraun finding an eye on their way up to the top of the Sky Palace. Probably gonna go say hey to Tia. But yeah, so far, pretty close race here. It might seem like Chanigan has the advantage with the orb lead. However, Odraun moving through pretty quick as well. So, and Odraun picking up that defense. And again, getting the loot out of place. And they are now in item go mode. Finds a blue D. And Odraun in the Sky Palace maze, going left, left, up, up. It hurts my brain. I was always a right, right, up, up. Alright, fingers crossed. We've got a Bridge of Destiny for Odraun. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for a robot chicken. Our friend Warmack. Find some Marhydras. And Chanigan finding that eye tile in Northwest Castle. Going to start their grind with that black belt, it seems. Having 3 orbs lit. Getting a decent amount of extra XP. And we've got a Tia fight on screen. We've got a Temper. We've got a Fast. We've got a Swing. 394 damage. There goes the Black Mage. Ninja not doing much ninja things. Arm 3 coming out from that White Wizard. And Ninja still really trying to help. You know what? The Ninja just did their job. They took the stun touch. So, Tia also just destroying that Ninja. Tia's got some XP. And making this not easy. And there it is. Armcast taking out Tia 1. As Odraun lights their air orb. Alright. And Chanigan running around in circles in Volcano, using those damage tiles to make those other characters easier to down so that they can get that grind going from that black. Chanigan never using the tail correct. We have not seen Bahamut yet. Which feels however, you're still getting 3 MDef per level with this black belt, and that could very well be enough to get through this. So, and now the eye is going to do the work for Chanigan, taking out their other party members, leaving that black belt by themselves to get all that juicy XP. As Odraun is diving into Earth, gonna go say hi to Lich. As Chanigan has gotten the rest of their party down, and that eye is going down to one shot with that black belt with that Masa. Gonna go out and save, jump back in, and take this black belt to the moon. So this grind is not going to take long. With that extra XP, the XP from this eye, we're getting 8,400 XP per fight. It's fast. There's no off-step encounter. And Odraun is going down to March. Okay. That's interesting. What are they still searching? Getting the adamant, resetting out of that. You know, I'm not sure, and that's okay. They're looking for something. We'll have to ask them later. Phoenix saying that he may have made a mistake. Okay. You know, very well possible. Meanwhile, Odraun continuing to take this black belt grind. That black belt is now up to level 27. I could understand a reality where this grind ends at 32. I've seen plenty of people take it to 42 and then just walk through Topher. So we'll see. We'll see. Phoenix is pointing out that Odraun has probably forgotten that they have the rod. Yeah, maybe. I can't think of anything else that this jumping into waterfall would be for. Finding the Vorpal, I think it rolled -2. I hear that there's a lot of opinions about the Vorpal. Finding the ribbon from the robot, that's good. You want ribbons. Yeah. And again, continuing their grind. Odraun leaving the waterfall. Odraun level 33. So probably gonna take it some more levels, probably up to 42. Phoenix calling out for a sad menu check in a second. So let's see when that happens. All right, Odraun, where are you heading now? Maybe remembering that they... Oh... Odraun, open up your inventory. And look at it. So, admittedly, chat, I'm confused. Because we've checked. Oh, we know that this is the adamant. He might think the adamant turns into the rod. So we're rediving Marsh to get that adamant. Oh. Ike, you're confirming, thank you, that the rod is in his inventory. Warping out. Gonna go turn in that adamant. And looks like Chanigan has finished their grind. I did not see what level that black belt is on because they menu very, very fast. Alright. And looks like Odraun may have figured out now that he has that rod already. Yeah. Been there. Yep. Now, one thing that works in Odoran's benefit here, he just has to dive here. So that run around looking for a rod that he already had in his pocket hurts. However, this is now a half of air dive versus an earth dive, and then Topher time. So, now Phoenix pointing out with that black belt, Chanigan's just going to go really, really fast. And barring anything from a Nightmare Topher, yeah, very much so. Chanigan picking up that defense +2 sword on their way up to Tia. Odraun making their way, gonna take out this vampire real quick. Yeah, that punch cannon. It's Topher's gonna be fast for Chanigan. Hale pointing out that the black belt got stoned in Mirage. Yeah, so that's a possibility. Now, Iker, are you referring to the nuke that the vampires had? Yeah, okay. So, that could make Topher interesting as well. I've seen plenty of packs of vampires show up on the air floor from defeating Tia 2 to try to get to the Chaos floor. And we've got a couple of fiends up. We had a couple of fiends up, so there went Lich. And we've still got a Tia on screen. That black belt hitting 12 hits for 351. That number seemed low for that number of hits. So we're going to Brack Strat. It doesn't hit. 13 hits for 877. That's looking a little bit better. Meanwhile, Odraun is back into the past, or almost technically into the past. 50 minutes. And Chanigan lighting their air orb. We get tracker updated, and there we go. Odraun heading and fighting that Frosty at the Phantom Tile. And Chanigan jumping into the Derp Topher. One of my favorite flags. That's been a recent addition to the randomizer. As the runners are both into Topher, heading down to see if they can take out Chaos. Chanigan running into some sleep gasties. Gross. This is just going to be a waste of time. Gets away. And Odraun on the Witch floor. As Chanigan is about to jump 2,000 years into the past. Alright, and we don't really know what the Fiends have here. The only real information that we could have gotten would have been from Warmech, if I'm correct. So, Lich with Ice 2, taking out that Black Mage. We got a stab on Lich 2, and Lich 2 is down. Odraun moving on. Picking up that Black Mage. As we're about to see some more fights, I just want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. Welcome to Speed Gaming Live, one of the homes of many, many randomizers. If you like what you see here, come check us out over at the Final Fantasy Randomizer Discord. I believe there is also a wiki, a lot of information out there. If you used to play this game in the past, check it out on the randomizer. It's a lot of fun. Even if you didn't play it in the past, you get a chance to play with one of the greatest games ever made. Thank you, Murmur. Appreciate that. All right. Now, Chanigan onto the fire floor. Gonna go say hi to Perry 2, Odraun, making their way to Kraken 2. This is probably going to be the clutch part of this. Let's see what Kraken 2 brings to the table. Carry 2 taking a stiff hit to the face and going down just as fast as she popped. So Odraun pulling up on Kraken 2 as Chanigan is making their way to Kraken 2. This is a race. All right. And we're going to try and brack Kraken 2. Doesn't work. Cruising up. That fighter is going to fight. Brack coming out. No dice. Alright, that knight is hitting not as high as I would want. Murmur asking if Improved Dark is on. It is not. That I'm aware of. So if anybody knows otherwise, please point that out. But I'm pretty sure Improved Dark is not. Alright, so we've got 2 Kraken 2s on screen. And Odraun continuing to hit Kraken 2. Chanigan taking out Kraken 2 first. Okay, making it to the air floor. And gonna say hi to Tia 2. That Black Mage continues to take nap. We've got a fast. We've got a swing. And there goes the Kraken on Odoran's screen, making their way to the air floor as well. And again, continuing their fight against Tia. All right, and Odraun pulling up to Tia 2 with that Knight and White Wizard, and Chanigan wipes Tia 2. That hurts to see. All right, and let's see what Odraun gets from Tia 2 here. Looks like Chanigan is going to go continue a grind with that eye. All right, I didn't see what level. Okay, so that black belt is level 37. Oh my. I saw Odoran get kicked out. What did Tia do? Because that... Oh, nuke from Tia. Here I thought that the vampires were going to show up. But looks like Tia 2 is a gatekeeper here. So Odraun jumping right back in. And Chanigan is, Murmur pointing out that the vampires could still definitely show up. Absolutely. All right. And it looks like Chanigan is going to try and down the rest of their party. Yeah. Get that black belt back online. It was a risky play by Chanigan. I like the risky play because I feel like I've seen enough of these seeds roll where a 42 black belt might be. I mean, let's be real. A 42 black belt is overkill. So, but it gets the job done. So Chanigan is gonna go finish that grind up with that eye. As Odraun is back on to Lich 4. All right. Yep, and Eye's gonna take care of the rest of Chanigan's party. As Odraun pulls back up to Lich 2. Taking a swing, hitting with Fire 3, Harm 3 coming out. Lich attempting to hit that Knight, and the Knight having nothing of it. Lich 2 gone. Moving on. We're on the fire floor. Odraun making their way to Carry 2. Runs into some Grey Worms as Chanigan is continuing to grind up that black belt level 38 now. And we've got a Carry 2 on screen. We've got a Lock 2. We've got a wall coming out. And Carry 2 saying, hey, Black Mage, you're not allowed to be standing right now. We've got a couple of swings. We've got a Harm 3 coming out. Swing for 2 hits, 2 damage. There goes the ninja. We're down to a Knight and White Wizard. We're stabbing with the Knight. We're Harm 3-ing with the White Wizard. We're gonna get there eventually. And there it is. The Knight taking out that Carry 2. And that Life 2 coming in play. Pulling up that ninja and that Black Mage. Alright. Chanigan continuing their grind on this eye. What level are we at now? I'm gonna guess level 39-40. Meanwhile, Odraun 42. Okay. So Chanigan's black belt is now level 42. Might be taking a couple extra levels for a couple of reasons. More MDef would be beneficial. Because that black belt was only getting 3 MDef per level. Getting some more here. Makes sense. Meanwhile, Odraun on Kraken 2. Phoenix pointing out that Odraun really needs to make it through here. I would agree. I would agree. A black belt that swole is going to completely wreck this Joker. Meanwhile, Kraken has Tornado. I feel like that anytime Tornado lands on Kraken, it needs to be renamed as Maelstrom or Whirlpool. That was my attempt at a joke. You're welcome. All right, moving on. So we've got Chanigan continuing to grind up that black belt. We've got Kraken to still on screen. Arm 3 and stabbing. And there goes Kraken 2. Odraun is heading back up to the air floor, using up the last 2 casts of Life 2 from that White Wizard. Okay. Let's see how Tia 2 is going to treat us this time. using that power bonk, getting that knight online, fasting that knight, knock 2 Tia. We're gonna go, oh my gosh, Zap coming out, taking out that ninja, carrying the rest of the party, Brat coming out and missing. We've got a fighter that's gonna swing. We've got was that a fast coming out? Tia 2 with Fire 3. Chanigan jumping back into Topher. We've got a race. Nuke coming out hits 180. 860 from that knight. Healing up that party. Gasties have Blizzard. Gross Gasties. I think they had Sleep as well. Get out of here. Alright, Odraun continuing up. Trying to throw out a Quadex. I like this. But, wow, Tia 2. Okay, so Tia 2 is down. However, it hurt getting there. We are down to a knight with 700 hit points. And about 70-80 heal pots. And we've got Chanigan. We've got Footsteps. So we've got a race. Alright, and Odraun pulling up the Chaos, rusing up with that Roost Stick. Trying to get that protection up so that when Chaos attempts to hit, like he just did, oh no, slow 2 hits. Yikes. Chaos is gross so far and annoying, but he is missing, and we're powering up. And we're powering up. And we're powering up. We're powering up a lot. And again, running through Topher, getting to the earth floor as Odraun continues to power up. This knight is going to hit 4 billion. Pointing out that using so many power bonks to counteract that slow 2 that landed. Stop coming out and missing. We got a swing. What do we get? 135 damage. What? Okay, 390. Nuke coming out from Chaos. We've got Chanigan coming up from behind on the fire floor. We're swinging at Chaos. We've got a lit 2 hitting. We've got a slow 2 coming out and missing. 135 hit on Chaos. Come on, Knight. You got this. 135 again. Fire 2 coming out. Carry 2 down. Chanigan moving on to water floor. Healing up that Knight. Stop coming out and missing. We've got a fight. That Knight hitting again, 135. Lit 3 coming out. Throw that 135. So I believe this is a loop of some sort. And that's, yeah, I don't know how that works. But we've got a termination on Odoran's side with a race time of 1 hour, 5 minutes, 32 seconds. GG's to Odraun. Well done. As Chanigan is pulling up to Tia 2. Alright. So let's see what happens here with Tia 2. We've got a Brat coming out and missing. We've got a swing from that Knight, and yeah, that's not going to do it. We've got a fight from that. Okay, so the black belt said, Knight, I appreciate you helping, but I got this. Chanigan making their way down to Chaos, taking a victory lap, probably has gotten the news that Odraun has finished the seed. So Odraun will be moving forward. Chanigan really laying into this victory lap. I love it. You go. All right. And I believe tournament-wise, that means that Odraun is moving on. And I believe since Phoenix is saying in chat that they are scared, Phoenix, are you next on going up against Odraun? Either way, we've got Chanigan going up against Chaos. And we've got a fast coming out. We've got punches from Chaos. We've got Temper. And Phoenix confirming that, yes, he gets to face off against Odraun next round. That will be one heck of a race to watch. I'm looking forward to that. Chaos swinging still. Slow 2 coming out missing. We've got a punch from, wow, 2,700 damage from that black belt. Those are numbers that you like to see. We've got Chanigan ending at a 1 hour, 7 minutes, 36 seconds. GG's to Chanigan.